What's up everybody and welcome back to another episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. This is a series where I show you guys some of the best mods that come out each week. The mods were a little bit slow this week. I'm pretty sure a lot of people are starting school. As a result of this, over the next few weeks we'll probably see a bit of an adjustment period as mod authors start to get adjusted to their new schedules. With that being said, we also do have Nuka World coming out, and after that, modding typically seems to take off, so be hyped for that. With all that being said, let's get right into the list. The first mod I want to show you guys this week is Beyond the Borders. So this is a brand new mod adding in some new world space into Fallout 4. This is a species of mods that we just don't have enough of. We have tons of weapon and armor mods, but frankly it's the new world space and the quest mods that are going to keep this game relevant years from now. This is the first release of a more complete version of one of these mods. The mod author has been working on this for many months, and it's not just a kind of work in progress thing. You actually can go and experience it today. So with all that being said, what does it actually do? Basically, to the north of the map you'll find world space north of the border. So where the map typically ended now expands even further. You'll find a ton of different settlements out there with some different raider groups, some super mutant groups, and a few bosses. It's a really cool area to experience and explore on your own, and it's kind of eerie not being able to depend on your Pip-Boy for a map. All around a very cool mod, and I really hope this gets more attention so we can see more of these mods start coming out as a result. So to build off the idea of new world space mods, we do have the Salem coastal home. This mod adds in a new island off the coast of Salem. It's a relatively small island, but there are multiple layers on it, and it's a pretty flat surface, making it really good for building. The reason I like this mod so much compared to other ones is it gives you a good home space that you can kind of make your own, and things look nice. There is a broken down boat and everything, giving you a post-apocalyptic feel, but it doesn't feel like the environments have touched your island so much. A lot of these other island mods that give you a new player home build a big home on the island that's really nice and really beautiful, but it's not really practical. There's not a ton of ways to build off of that home, and you typically have to go through a loading screen to get into the home, kind of taking you out of the immersion a little bit. The reason I like this island mod is you could build your own home. It's basically just a nice flat space off the coast of a relatively interesting area for you to build up whatever you want. I think this is prime for use with some of those other mods out there to help you build a cool home and basically make this island your own. So the next one is actually a very cool and functional mod. Efficient fast travel is simple. Basically, when you stand next to a door inside of a building, you can fast travel. So typically you'll have to, while exiting a world space, go through the loading screen that is the door, and then as soon as you're outside, you gain the ability to fast travel again, so you're going to enter another loading screen right away. The mod author was like, well, that's pretty dumb. Why do we have to sit through this every single time? So basically now, as you stand next to a door, and you have to be right next to a door, you can actually just fast travel out of buildings. This is hopefully to reduce the time spent in loading screens and just more time playing the game. This is definitely just a cool and intuitive mod. It fixes a problem we didn't even know we had by offering an elegant solution. Grab the Damn Mag is a huge new release. Basically, it adds in a new animation for reloading SMGs. Why is this so huge? Well, tons of mods out there use SMGs to reload. In this video even, I'm using Wasteland Melody's Chinese assault rifle to display the mod. All around, it gives you a much more intuitive and nice looking animation for reloading. I'm really excited to see this moving forward when more animations are added. I know there's another assault rifle mod coming out in the near future that should be taking full advantage of these new animation changes, so look forward to that. Definitely a very cool mod to have, but more importantly, a very cool mod to get excited over what comes after. The Glock P80 by Doomed. So this is the latest and greatest by the weapon mod creator Doom. I'm sure you heard of him. He's made a lot of the really popular and really well balanced weapon mods out there right now. The Glock P80 is no exception to this rule. It does have a semi-automatic and a fully automatic version, although if you're not using this mod with fully automatic enabled and an extended magazine, I really don't feel like you're getting the proper Glock experience. It is relatively well balanced and incorporates a few cool features that some of the other mods had, such as incorporating a threaded barrel for attachment of silencers and stuff like that, although it does still fall short just like some of the other mods. I would really like to see more barrel additions outside of just silencers and a different attachment other than just a laser sight. Although probably the most popular attachments, I like to see some to make this mod a little bit more unique as compared to some of the other Glocks out there, because there already were balanced Glocks out there, and now it just feels like we're starting to reinvent the wheel. One other concern that was brought to my attention is this isn't actually in the Doom based weapons merged, and it's been out for quite a few days. A lot of people choose to just use use Doom-based weapons merged simply because, well, it's a merged pack. And now if you start having new weapon mods come out that aren't instantly added to that, you're going to create a weird divide where some people are going to be updated, some people aren't going to be updated, and all around it's just a weird scenario to be in. With all that being said, this is still a very good weapon mod, and I highly recommend you download it simply because it's a ton of fun to use. Spraying enemies down with this, because it has a seriously high rate of fire, was very enjoyable, and I definitely recommend you experience that for yourself. So for the final mod this week, we have the B35C Heavy Brotherhood of Steel armor, and this really is a success story. This mod author basically started knowing nothing, saw people making cool mods and said, hey, I want to do that for myself. So he picked up a modeling software and basically just went to town and built this mod from the ground up, learning along the way, and this is the result. I think the B35C is one of the nicest armor mods out right now. It is not a power armor, although it looks like one, and that's intentional. It's meant to be an alternative armor the Brotherhood of Steel developed as opposed to that of heavy combat armor. It is a very good armor if you don't want to use power armor. It's a good middle ground that definitely will protect you well, but doesn't make you get into a steel suit every day. The armor itself has a lot of detail and is very high quality. The reason there's a glass mask and all that is because it's supposed to be an air filtration system, which you do have the pack on the back of the character. This armor looks absolutely fantastic, and I just want to give a big shout out to the mod author. This is an amazing job for a first mod, and I'm really blown out of the water by it. Really excited to see what you release next time, dude. That's pretty much it for this week though, guys. I do hope you enjoyed this episode of Fallout 4 Mods Weekly. Almost forgot what series I was making. If you did enjoy, I encourage you guys to consider subscribing. With all that being said, I thank you for watching, and I hope to see you all next time. Later.